Best and worst amp layout.
Ooh, that's a great question. So if we look at like this amplifier right here, this is a Phoenix Gold. This is what I call an end-to-end, meaning there's wires that come out this side and there's wires that come out that side. If I'm trying to put this somewhere, let's say underneath a seat, and the wires come out like this, well, I have to be real conscious of where those seat rails are because they're gonna be here. And if I have a power wire coming off to the side, then having wires come out like this might not necessarily be the smartest idea. This is the kicker amplifier. It has the wires that come out of the side, the end here. So there again, if I'm looking to go into underneath a front seat or something like that, this now solves that issue of the seat rails because I can spin this. If this was the front of the car up here, then I don't have, I have a panel that closes like this. All my wires are going forward to where they're out of the way. Let's say I'm going underneath the back seat of a pickup truck. Then wires coming out of the back or going forward might be an issue, like a Dodge Ram. The box sits right here. Well, if I have wires coming out this way, then that's gonna be a problem for me. Having wires come off this end makes more sense because I wanna be able to put this flush up against something and then something's gonna sit like this. I might be able to lift this up, tuck my wires underneath, or something along those lines. When we're looking at amplifiers and we're looking at an install and we're quoting a job, that is one of the most important things because I have to figure out where is stuff going to go. And if you just show up with like surfboard or this amplifier and you're like, I want to put this somewhere, and you're like, it's not going to fit there. Now, that is the most important thing. So when I'm designing a system and we've gone out, you have to go out and look at the car and you have to figure out, like, I'll go look underneath the seats. First thing is the room underneath the seats. If there's room underneath the seats, how much room is there underneath the seats? Because sometimes this will fit. Like we put one of these in Butch's truck. Yep. Shot the video on. This fit right underneath there. It was close, but it wouldn't fit where we wanted it in the back. There's another customer we did, and we put a PDX V9, and it went into the back in the pocket, but all the wires come out of the side on that amplifier, so it fit perfect, and it was the right amp for that style install. I had originally wanted to put this there, and then I was like, it ain't gonna work. So then it was fine, plan B. One of the things you have to keep in mind when buying an amplifier. The other thing to keep in mind too, and this is where a lot of people just kind of lose it on amplifiers, is that these are tools, guys. These are just tools. Obviously, the more money you spend on them, the better they are. There's no question about it. We had that conversation earlier today. A customer had bought, a 2,000 watt amp for $250, and guess what? Didn't make it. I'm shocked. I know.
And the question is why?
Why? Why didn't it survive? Because you spent $250 on a 2,000 watt amp. Things about amplifiers that drive me crazy, this output right here. Okay, so if you'll notice, we'll look at the Phoenix Gold, see how the Phoenix Gold comes straight out. The screw is at an angle, but the wire comes straight out of the hole. Power wire comes right out of here, and then this is an angle. All right, so when I put it flat like that, that 4 gauge comes out. Now, it's great if I'm gonna lift this amplifier up like this.
And normally that's what you do if you have one of these.
Yeah, we have to, but in some cases you don't have that height. This sucks. This is bad. This I absolutely hate. Pioneer does it too. They're not alone. They're not the only ones. A lot of companies out there do that, and it's a dumb idea.
What's that, Fernando?
So, but there again, it just depends on what you're doing. Now, some people get upset when you look at the ends of an amplifier, and like these. These obviously will take some form of a ferrule, which is great. Yep. But then there's some amplifiers that'll take like a fork terminal, where you put a fork terminal and tighten down. Like I know the 8205 from Kenwood still has fork terminals. Yep. And people lose their crap over the fork terminal thing, and it's like, dude, the size of that amplifier and how it's designed, that fork terminal works phenomenal for the type of it is. There again, amplifiers are tools for the most part. We're looking for the best tool to fix what you have going on, and that's it.
Now, what happens when you have two amplifiers?
Well, there's another thing too. When you do multiple amplifiers, like these two, like this amp, I like this amp because it will go side by side, and I can put another one right here, and I can come out and do this. Whereas these, there again, this becomes a different issue because now if I have these, then I have my wire going like that. There again, it depends. Like if I'm gonna go on the back wall, like we did the Dodge Ram with the DD audio stuff, that actually worked out better because we had those the amps that were running like this, and the wire coming out of the end saved us a lot of room because we didn't have a lot of height. We could stack multiples on top of one another, and then all the wiring that we could be tucked in and out of the way.